Hello everyone! Welcome back to our newest video. As always, we've got some exciting updates from the Korean entertainment world, especially involving two people who never fail to make our hearts race, Jimin and Jungkook of BTS. Something quite unexpected and mysterious happened just a few hours ago, and we can't wait to talk about it with you. Earlier today, Jungkook was spotted at an international airport with his manager, seemingly preparing for a trip. But the buzz didn't stop there. Rumors quickly spread that Jimin was also at the airport. The big question was, were they really traveling together? The rumor spread like wildfire in the fan community. One fan claimed that their younger sibling saw Jimin in person for the first time and was overjoyed, especially because this was said to be Jimin's first overseas appearance since completing his military service. However, the situation became puzzling because only Jungkook was clearly visible in the circulated photos. But as always, fans didn't sit still. Within hours, a sketch started circulating on social media. It depicted two casually dressed figures surrounded by staff and managers. Strikingly, several details in the sketch later matched the actual leaked photos, showing both Jimin and Jungkook at the airport, keeping a distance but clearly within the same area. An eyewitness claimed they saw the two returning from Joji's concert the night before and preparing to fly out to Thailand the next morning. According to the account, Jimin and Jungkook were nearby, although they didn't walk side by side. Each had a bodyguard, and it seemed like they intentionally kept their distance to avoid drawing too much public attention. It was also said they had to separate briefly to handle different travel documents. This mysterious atmosphere only fueled fans' curiosity. Some began calling it a secret mission between Jimin and Jungkook, with many speculating whether the trip was tied to a collaborative music project, a photo shoot abroad, or simply a quiet getaway after enduring military service. Speaking of their military days, fans have also begun reflecting on the remarkable journey the two endured. From their first day of training to their final days of deployment, many untold moments are finally being shared, little stories that carry deep emotional weight. Jungkook, known for being emotionally composed, reportedly remained mentally strong during the initial phase. Jimin, who's more sensitive and empathetic, had a harder time adjusting. But once they were stationed, the dynamic shifted. Jungkook started feeling the strain, and that's when Jimin stepped in as his emotional support. One of their fellow soldiers shared a sweet anecdote. One night, Jimin woke up with numb hands and was surprised to see Jungkook's face just inches away from his own. They had fallen asleep pressed closely together. It became a funny story they laughed about the next morning despite having early drills to attend. They were also often assigned to cook together, especially on weekends. At first, they were awkward. Cooking for dozens of people wasn't easy. But after a few tries, cooking together became one of their favorite tasks. A senior soldier even said that Jimin and Jungkook's meals were always the most popular in the dorm. Harsh weather posed another challenge. From freezing winter temperatures to grueling summer drills, they had to push themselves. Jungkook reportedly lost quite a bit of weight, while Jimin fell ill at one point due to exhaustion. Yet what touched many hearts was how they looked after each other, sneaking snacks into each other's uniform pockets, quietly offering words of encouragement, and reminding each other to hang on. It felt like going back to zero, Jungkook said during a live stream after completing his service. We were used to fans cheering, bright stage lights, and tight schedules. But in the military, everything was quiet. You only had yourself and the people around you. And that's when I realized how much it meant to have Jimin nearby. Jimin also shared that there were nights when the only thing keeping him strong was seeing Jungkook smile despite being tired. He's younger than me, but in tough situations like that, he was incredibly mature. Now that they've finished their military duties, they're still adjusting to being in the spotlight again. Jimin admitted he was nervous during his first public appearance. Even during live streams, he sometimes struggled to find the right words, just smiling and thanking fans for waiting. As for Jungkook, well, he's still the same Jungkook, quiet but full of surprises. In one live session, he simply played guitar for nearly an hour, and at the end softly said, "I just want you to know, I missed you." This recent airport moment seems like the beginning of a new chapter. Many are speculating that they'll return as a duo for a special project. Others hope to see them at international events together, a symbol of unity and strength as BTS re-emerges after military service. As this video draws to a close, both Jimin and Jungkook have shared heartfelt messages for fans around the world. We know these past 2 years haven't been easy. Not just for us, but for all of you who waited. But believe us, every day we thought about how we could return as the best versions of ourselves. And now, it's time for us to repay that love and loyalty. They added that they're excited to meet fans again, through concerts, fan meetings, or even spontaneous live streams that surprise everyone. So, was this airport moment just a coincidence? Or is it the beginning of something much bigger? We may not know the answer yet, but one thing's for sure, Jimin and Jungkook are back. And they're bringing stories, emotions, and love we could have never imagined. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates from the world of K-pop, especially about Jimin and Jungkook, who always seem to have a new surprise waiting for us. See you in the next video.